Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing all well. Today I have another one of my MAC series videos. So I've already filmed like two videos. The first one was my MAC lip liner collection and swatches and recommendation, and then the second one was my MAC foundations, and this video will be like my MAC concealers that I have and that I would recommend to you. Can you?
Mommy, we finished. Even the ice cream is not.
Okay,
Mommy, can we have dinosaur game?
You will let mommy film this. I'll give the phone to you in 5 minutes. Sorry guys. Ooh. Here. Take this box. See what you can find. Here, baby. Take this box. So I have four MAC concealers in my collection. The first ever MAC concealer I bought was the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. At first I wasn't sure about it. Then the more I started using it, the more I loved this concealer. My shade is NC30 and it just looks awesome underneath your eyes. It's lightweight, but yet it covers your dark circles, gives you this beautiful like under eye highlight. I'm not wearing it today, but sorry, that's my husband calling me. If I answer him, then the video will stop. So yeah, like it covers all your dark circles. It gives you the most amazing under eye highlight, and it just looks flawless, flawless basically. And it's lightweight, if I haven't mentioned it. It's just a beautiful concealer. My only biggest downfall about this concealer is, first of all, yeah, it comes with a pump, which is great, but when you pump the concealer, it pumps out a lot more than you actually need, because a little bit of this concealer can go a long way. So that's like a wastage of ton of product. And then second is, if you can see, I still have a lot more left, a lot more product left. But
this is my candy.
Like you can see, it doesn't. Yeah, like nothing comes out. So it frustrates me because, you know, it's not a cheap concealer. It's quite expensive. I'm not sure how much this costs now, but when I bought it, it was around 13, 14 pounds. I think it's around 19, 20, around 19 pounds. So yeah, so what I did is I had to go back into the MAC store and get myself a sample of this concealer, because MAC gives out. Can you stop it now? Yeah, so otherwise I will 100% recommend this concealer. What I will suggest you guys do is just go to MAC and get yourself a sample, because trust me, you're going to be saving not only the money but the hassle of pumping out a ton of product, and then once it gets to like around this much, the product doesn't even come out. So the sample is the best way to go. My second concealer, which I bought from MAC, was this it's a creamy concealer, again NC30. It's the Studio Finish concealer,
Something to wear out.
and I did use quite a bit of this. If you can see, I did use quite a bit, and although it's a creamy concealer, I remember liking it. Like I remember taking like my ring finger and just like using this concealer to conceal under my eyes, and it also like not only it covered like my dark circles and whatnot, it also gave me highlighted under eye. And though it's creamy, it doesn't look cakey underneath the eyes or anything like that. Nowadays, I tend to use liquid concealers and liquid concealers only. Like I can't even remember the last time I used a creamy type concealer for my under eyes. So yeah. Otherwise, I really do like it. If I were to use this now, then I would just use it like for my blemishes or anything like that. But I don't have too many blemishes. But yeah, you can like use. What I used to do is I used to have this in my bag for like small touch-ups. This was perfect because it was like small and just really compact, and yeah. So that's the second one. These two, the next two concealers, I actually bought them during the same time, but the first one I bought was the MAC Select Cover Up Concealer. I have this in my collection for quite a while now, but I only recently started using this. I won't say it's as good as the Pro Longwear. Pro Longwear is my favorite concealer from MAC and in general, whereas this one, the coverage isn't that good. It does highlight the under your eyes, but not like a great deal. It's lightweight, which is good. So if you're someone who's not into like bam, like straight up under eye highlighter, and you just want something to like even out your under eyes, then you could use this one. But it's not my favorite, so yeah. And the last concealer I have from MAC is the MAC Prep and Prime, and this is in the shade. It's the Prep and Prime Highlighter Light Boost, and I think it's like in the fairest shade, but it's like a yellow undertone because you know I am yellow undertone, and I really do like this. Like I used it again, like I had this in my collection for a while now, and I just didn't use it because you know I was obsessed with other concealers. In particular, drugstore concealers have been like drugstore have been up with the concealer game, and it's only recently not recently, but I mean I was trying both high-end and drugstore concealers. I think from high-end I was mainly using the Tarte Shape Tape, and if it came to like drugstore, I would use like the Conceal and Define from Makeup Revolution and the Maybelline Age Rewind. Hence why this was like sort of like neglected. But like I said, I only used this the other day and I loved it instantly. Like I fell in love with it. I remember my love for the Pro Long concealer, and this was like the same. And this one, it's more easier to use because it comes in like this like pen brush form, and you just brush it on, and it covers anything you have underneath your eyes, plus it gives you that really lovely highlighted under eye effect. So yeah, I love this concealer. So out of the four, I will recommend like if you want like something to give you like if you want a concealer from MAC that that you want to cover your under eye circles or any imperfections you have, plus something which highlights as well as lightweight, then I'll definitely recommend the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. My foundation shade in MAC is NC30, and the concealer is also in NC30, but for some reason the MAC Pro Longwear concealer in the same shade as my foundation, like it doesn't, like it just, for some reason it highlights my under eyes as well as covering my dark circles. Usually with concealers I have to go like 1 or 2 shades lighter. So yeah. And then the second one I will recommend from MAC is the MAC Prep and Prime. For the same reason that it's you know, it's again easy to apply, lightweight, covers your under eye dark circles, covers anything, and highlights your eyes. The only disadvantage, like I said, for the MAC Pro Longwear is the pump. That's the only downfall, is it pumps out a lot of product, and once the product reaches a certain level, like, it hardly pumps out anything. So yeah. And if you want like a more creamy based concealer, then I would recommend the MAC Studio Fix concealer. I think it's a lovely concealer. I think it's beautiful. I remember I used to use this all the time, and yeah, so that is it, guys, for my MAC concealer collection and recommendation. And stay tuned for my MAC blush collection, will be the next one. Yeah, so take care, guys, and see you next time. Bye.